Yes, I did a DNA test. Next. I'm 88% Ashkenazi Jew. Can you imagine that? You see, I concentrate on the full cup, not on the empty one.
Okay, Daniel, so what are the top 3 business goals of MyHeritage this year?
Well, the first goal is definitely have contact with our users and the whole genealogy community. The second goal is, at least for me, to announce the new features that we are revealing. The third, like in any other company, to sell. What can I tell you?
Okay, so give us a couple of clues about the new features.
I can give you a lot of clues about the new features. One is the CM explainer, and what we did is a very nice tool where you can write the amount of centimorgans that you're having with your DNA match, and we will predict the relationship between you and that person. That is a standalone tool that you can just go on the website and use it for free. But better than that, we now implement that also on our matches. So when you thought that you had a match with your maybe second cousin twice removed or third cousin, and you really didn't know where the relationship stands for, now the relationships are more accurate and you can focus on the exact possible relationship between you and that person. So that will be on the DNA area. On the family tree area, we did something very nice. We applied colors, and each branch of your family will have a different color. So when you go up to your tree and when you're navigating trees, you know that yellow is your like grandparent, paternal grandparent, blue may be your maternal grandmother. So no matter how up on the family tree you are, you know exactly how you are related to that person. But better than that, we also applied that to the pedigree view on the family tree. So when you're watching somebody else's tree over there, you will also see it color-coded. So if you match that person on the maternal line and then you navigate to his tree where you have no clue who the person is, by looking at it with that color, you know that even the last name matches, but if the last name is in the wrong side of the tree, you need to start looking for the right color.
Right.
And there's one more announcement that I'm not allowed to say anything about it until tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure that again the genealogy community is going to like that. Stand by and you will hear about it. Next question.
Okay, having asked you about your goals, what keeps you up at night? What makes you most worried?
You guys. You keep
Really?
me all up at night, but it's not your fault. It's
a
because
time
I
difference.
live in Israel.
Yeah, okay.
So in order to communicate with you, in order to lecture to all the genealogy societies, mostly in the United States, you keep me up all night, but I do it with a lot of pressure, and I enjoyed every one of it. How often do I go work on my own genealogy? Not as much as I would like. In fact, a few of my presentations are, I would say, success stories of my research. The one that I'm having actually today about the Arolsen archive and the Holocaust survivors, part of my family, is thanks to that research. But I have also to admit that using the tools available out there, I get a lot of research done for me. So I only need to spend the time analyzing those leads that I get, and I managed to do a little bit of genealogy. But yeah, definitely, I will maybe need to take a sabbatic or some kind of very long vacation to research my family.
For someone who is new to family history, what's the best way that they can start with MyHeritage?
Well, the best way to start in general, okay, and for many years I was a teacher for genealogy and family history, is building your family tree. Because, and even, well, most of us did it back in the time, okay, in a napkin, probably with a pen, and believe it or not, even today, they're still starting the same way. The reason to do a DNA family tree is first to know how you are related to other people in your family, and also to know or to discover which branches need your attention. If you know all about your maternal side, it's time to go to your paternal side. The second tip I will give is just try to research or to look all the possible records, no matter where they are, no matter who they have them. And the third one will be to do a DNA test. It will not help you probably to find close relatives if you are doing, like, let's call it normal research, paperwork research, unless you don't know your biological parents. But in order to find those long-tail cousins, the DNA is great. But again, standalone, a DNA test will not help you. You need to have that family tree together and before in order to analyze how you are related to those people.
So is MyHeritage, are they having an in-person conference this year?
We thought about having an in-person conference. Unfortunately, I would say we, and it's not only we, MyHeritage, it's we, the world, we are not ready for small conferences, okay? We're all here in RootsTech. This is a different animal. RootsTech is great. It has a huge vendor hall, which is what everybody was actually looking for. You have a lot of classes. The MyHeritage live event was more focused, was more smaller, definitely. So we decided to wait a little bit more, and maybe, I can only say maybe, hopefully next year, 2024, we will have a MyHeritage conference.
Where is it likely to be?
Well, I can tell you, yes, that most likely it's going to be Europe. Yes. Remember, guys, MyHeritage is a worldwide company, okay? And we are here in the United States a lot, not only here in RootsTech, but in other events. In Europe, we are less, that there are less conferences at the moment over there. So probably we want to pamper our users from there as well. Who knows, maybe Australia. I heard they're preparing a wonderful conference over there as well.
Well, for a community that has just got MyHeritage Library Edition, what are some things that you can let the community know would be a benefit of using MyHeritage?
Okay, so the first thing the community should know is that the Library Edition has all the records that MyHeritage offers. It's not limited. Okay, today it's 19.4 billion historical records. I'm not sure how many are going to be in a couple of weeks, but the number goes up. You can take advantage of your library card. You can do the research at the library, or you can do the research from home, and that is a huge advantage. Now, you will not be able to connect the records to your tree because you are accessing under the user of the library. But nothing prevents you to do a little bit of copy-paste, or maybe downloading the actual image of the record and uploading them to your tree. So it's kind of a complement to whatever you have at home.
And then what would be a benefit of somebody who gets started using MyHeritage Library Edition to then move on and get their own personal subscription?
Well, I will not advise a new person to go straight into the search engine, because what happens is people put over there a name, and you get a gazillion of results, and you get really overwhelmed. By building your family tree, you will get matches to the records. So those are like little pills that you take every day, and you analyze specific records that I would say probably 90 to 95% chances that they are correct to your person. And then you get familiarize yourself with the records part. Once you have done that, then you can go to the search engine, freely put the names over there, and you will be able to get more and like do it better on the search engine.
Daniel, are you able to explain how there's two parts to the membership? Because when I try to explain it to people that ask why should I join up, and they see that there's this data bit, I don't know how to explain it. Do you understand?
So if I understood the question, like MyHeritage has different membership levels. Everybody can start for free for as long as they want. It's limited to 250 people, and you can see the matches, but you cannot accept or reject them. If you want to do that, if you want to contact with the other person that has the tree, if you want to accept the match, and to have your family tree bigger than 250 people, you have a premium and a premium plus option. The premium is 5,000 if I'm not mistaken on the tree, and premium plus is unlimited. Besides that, you have the data plan, which give you access to the records. Some people may want only records, so they don't care for the premium setting. Some people want everything. So either premium plus, the data, or the complete, which is all together, the best of MyHeritage, whatever you need to do. Okay?
I have a question about the future of genealogy.
Yes.
Because I have younger kids and getting them excited is tricky. So where do you see just future growth within the industry?
So first, let me give you this tip to encourage and get those kids excited. MyHeritage has a feature called Deep Story, where we take the picture of your ancestor and the information of your tree, and we generate the story of that person in a video. That is very catchy. You can edit it, so you can change whatever words we put over there by default and make it more interested and personalized. Now, the future, which I don't know really how far in future is artificial intelligence. MyHeritage very recently just made that available with the pictures, and we create beautiful artificial intelligence timeline pictures to put yourself back in the time of your ancestors. And I think and I believe the future goes in that way. Computers are going to help us more and more doing our research, finding our ancestors, connecting with other cousins and other relatives and working together. And hopefully it will be good. I mean, it will be really intelligent, okay? But after all, we always need to remember that that is technology. Those are computers. And if you don't have human beings behind those people, things will not work out.
Right. Daniel, Steve Rockwood of Family Search talks about cooperation and competition between the leading players in the industry. You know, you kind of work together to build the overall market at the same time as you're competing with one another. What does MyHeritage think about that?
Definitely, this is a strange area, okay? And Steve is totally right.
Yep.
Like, we sit here and each of us wants to sell everybody our subscription, But in many cases, we then go out and we have dinner all together at the same table. And I would really hope that friendship can go beyond the boundaries of genealogy and will affect somehow the rest of the world. We understand that in order to compete with each other, we don't need to step on each other's toes. Okay? The challenge is for us to do it better. And by us doing it better should encourage you to do it better than us, so we can do it better than you when you do it better than us, okay?
Exactly.
Obviously, there are secrets, like in any industry, but we all try to do good, because as a genealogist, and it's very clear also to the world, you cannot stick to one company, because MyHeritage has some exclusive records. Yes, it's true, but it's true also for other companies. And if I want to find my relatives out there, I need to use all the companies that are here in the exhibit hall. So that is what the world needs to learn, how to compete, but still have friendship and being good and nice to everybody else.
Cool.
Yes, any other questions?
Okay, I got one other silly one. There's another famous Daniel Horowitz in the US.
There are a few out there.
Yeah.
There
Have
is
you
a
come across
lawyer
them?
one, right?
There's what one?
There is a lawyer.
Yes.
And there's a writer.
Yep.
Yeah. So your question is,
You've come across them, no?
No. In fact, when I started doing genealogy many months ago, I tried to connect with famous people with the same last name, thinking, and I know where the question comes from, that everybody with the last name Horowitz had to be related, right? Well, no. I learned that some people just got that last name for different reasons. And I also learned that not everybody is as crazy as we are. They're really not into genealogy. They don't want to connect with anybody that have their last name. But I still keep my hopes high, and I keep trying, and hopefully one day one of them will just answer my queries.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Pleasure.